Hello and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Mario with you, and today I have my winner deck review. So last tournament, on my local tournament, I went with the Seismitoad EX and Crobat deck. I managed to get 4 victories and 0 defeats. So there is my deck list. So basically in this deck I run a 4 Seismitoads EX as a main attacker with a Quaking Punch. For support, of course, I have 4 Zubats with a free flight for a free retreat cost, and of course I have 3 Golbats with a sneaky bite. So to spreading 2 more damage counters when you put a Golbat from the play. Also with Swoop Across you will be also able to do 10 more damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. And it's not a bad attack to use if you can attack with Quaking Punch. I mean, you can spread the damage at least. And of course, 3 Crobats with Surprise Bite, which allows you to spread 3 more damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon when you play Crobat from your hand. And with Skill Dive, you can hit for 50 with Muscle Band to your opponent's active Pokemon, or for 30 to any of your opponent's Pokemon on the bench. Of course, 2 Shaymin's EX with a setup, pretty much all from Pokemons that I run in this deck. From the stadium cards, I decided to play a 3 Verbing City Gyms. Why? Because I played Hypnotoxic Lasers and I decided to put 3 stadium cards just to have much chance to win a Stadium Wars. Then of course I run a 4 Hypnotoxic Lasers in my deck, so I can just output the damage with Seismitoad Quaking Punch and with Poison, and maybe even if I get lucky and my opponent doesn't awake, he just can attack one turn, so pretty much more lucky for me. Of course, 2 Crushing Hammer in this deck for a support. If you get hits, you're able to discard any of your opponent's energy attached to one of his Pokemon. Then I have 3 Muscle Bands in this deck, so I can just increase damage done with Seismitoad, Shaymin or Crobat for 20 plus. For Search, of course, I have a 4 Ultra Balls in this deck. Pretty much you can just go Ultra Ball for Shaymin, setup, Ultra Ball for Shaymin, setup, play supporter. I mean, 4 Ultra Balls pretty much core in almost every deck. 2 versus Seeker. I only play 2 versus Seeker in this deck because on my local store where I play Pokemon tournaments, pretty much I try to balance each time deck to be able to compete against any other deck, so I think that 2 versus Seeker is just enough in this deck, but 3 should be pretty much the best, but in that case I need to remove something other, so I just decide to play 2 versus Seekers. And also 2 Head Ringers to increase my opponent's EX Pokemon attack cost. Also 3 Super Scoop Ups. If I get heads, I can just scoop up one of my Pokemons from play. Of course, 1 Computer Search from a spec, and 1 Startling Megaphone to discard 8 tool cards from opponent's Pokemon in play. From energies, we have 4 Double Colors energies in this deck, and of course 4 Water energies. So a total of 8 energy cards in this deck, so pretty much all you need. From supporters, I decide to play 1 Zero Seek, choose 1 tool or special energy card attached to Pokemon in play, your or your opponent's, and discard it. 4 Sycamores, of course, that's pretty much staple in each deck. In today's tournaments that you play, 2 Lysanders. No need to have more than 2 Lysanders, you have 2 just in case you have 1 in your discard pile already, or maybe even out of play like a prize cards. And of course 4 Ants, so you'll be able to draw a fresh hand of 6 or maybe late game and your opponents to 1, 2 or 3 cards and just disrupt him from winning a game. So that was a Seismitoad EX Crobat first place deck review. Thank you guys for watching. If you have any questions, don't forget to leave comments below. You can check a 60 cards website, so you can just pretty much buy any card that you need. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and have a nice day. Goodbye.